Timeout is on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court for the Celtics, Isaiah Thomas out there with Evan Turner. Then it's Jay Crowder. Then it's Amir Johnson. And it's Olynyk in at the 5 spot. And so it's the Knicks getting on the board first. Outside Turner. Just 5 on the clock. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And Evan Turner is one of those guys, he just gives you a little bit of everything. I mean, he can play multiple positions, handles the ball, he can pass it, shoot it. Kind of a Swiss Army jackknife who uses multiple tools to his advantage.
Anthony left side. Spiked away. Crowder kicks to Olynyk. And Thomas has it in the corner. Offline with his 3. Knicks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Offensive rebound. Porzingis can't hit.
That's now 4 misses on their first 5 attempts. Still trying to find the rhythm and flow here offensively.
Turner against Calderon. And it's Turner off the drive. Outer dishes to Olynyk. On the clock. A 3 ball. It's hauled in by Porzingis. And so here is New York. Crowder with the steal. And Jose Calderon gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And Turner kicks to Olynyk. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. The drive by Anthony. Anthony missing again.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Here's Crowder. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist. Crowder's got his first 3 points of the game.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Johnson with the block. And he recovers it. And that one's good.
Even though it went down, I don't think that's the kind of look they should be settling for.
For Boston, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Thomas passes to Turner. Double team on Thomas. Celtics passing it around. Kept alive by Boston. Crowder kicks to Olynyk. To the inside. Here's Johnson. And he takes that one out and throws it through.
Man, he slams it home and gets a little camera time on the backside of it.
He spent a while up there on the rim.
And I like the fact that the ref's going to give him a little bit of leeway there and a lot more than they used to.
And now the fast break. Thomas with the ball. The pass to Olynyk. It's hauled in by Jose Calderon.
I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
And he gets it to go.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Now here's Turner. He dishes it to Johnson. Kicks to Olynyk. Shot by Crowder, no good. New York trailing. To the paint. Turner with the steal. And a fast break now for the Celtics. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. And how thrilled must have Evan Turner been last season to get a second chance. Clark with the boost in minutes, the confidence of the coaching staff. His game almost just changed overnight.
Yeah, he's a guy who needs the basketball. He's such a good, solid playmaker and has excellent size. Never had a chance in Indiana to really handle the ball and play to his strengths because of Paul George and Lance Stevenson, but he found a nice niche in Boston.
Well, you know what he can do after watching him for so many years with the Buckeyes.
Yeah, he's terrific. Good basketball IQ, too.
And boy, did Evan Turner make the most of his second chance last season. Played with more focus, huge minutes for him with the Celtics. He may have found a home.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Sullinger's checked in for Olynyk. Jerebko comes in for Amir Johnson. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Jay Crowder. And pushing it up, here's Boston. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
You know, it was a career year all around for Tucker last season. Still has work to do on his game, but shows he can contribute to a winning team. Very good value for his contract, too. You can never discount that.
Marcus Smart was drafted to the Celtics as their future point guard. He came in with a lot of work to do and a skill set that people really like. But his first season, Clark, was a roller coaster.
Yeah, it really was. He was an off guard in high school and in his first year of college as well. Really only played full-time at the point the year before he was drafted.
And for Smart, though, he still has a lot of work to do on his ball handling and passing. His shooting, I think, exceeded some people's expectations. 37% from the field last year was subpar, but his 34% accuracy from three was solid. He finally started going straight up on his jumper instead of leaning in, and his release looked money.
That is up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
And really, basketball is about rhythm, and that allows your offense to flow better. Now let's see if they can build on it and keep this lead.
You know, you talk about Smart's lackluster field goal percentage. Once he gets more comfortable with his ball handling and adjusts to the length in the NBA, I think he'll convert more at the basket. That'll also create more drive and dish chances for him as well.
Here's Jerebko. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. It's his first trip to the line.
Yeah, and he wasn't someone you wanted to foul if you were defending him last season. 85% is what he made from the line.
Yeah, those were fine numbers he posted at the line. It was hard to find fault with anything he did from the stripe.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. Knicks last season had a lot of problems here in Manhattan, and it showed all over the floor, Greg. Now, you played for this team. You know what it's like to play basketball in New York. Not a good record for them at home last year.
How about finishing 10-31 here and playing in front of a sold-out crowd every night? And one thing about New York, they're going to let you know when they're displeased. Worst home record in the East and second worst home record in the league.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
And, you know, for the Knicks, there were a lot of reasons why they were bad at home. Bottom 5 in field goal percentage, against at home, field goal defense, and third worst field goal percentage at home in the league.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Kevin Serafin, he's checked in for Lopez. Derek Williams comes in for Porzingis. Thomas checked in for Anthony. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Aaron Aflalo. Some nice passing by New York here. Turner with the steal. Thomas gets a wide open look. Hits it from three-point range. Thomas got himself on the board with three there.
New York calls timeout. And you know, commend the Knicks faithful. They still would sell this place out. And you have to give a shout out to the fans for sticking through what was a very difficult year. At least it has to get better.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
And guys, as much as Isaiah Thomas can help you on offense, at times he can hurt you on the defensive side. Immediately posted up by whomever he's guarding, you have to give help. And of course, that leaves your defense vulnerable, particularly on the weak side and controlling that defensive backboard.
Grant Clock at 4. And Anthony gets it to go.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Double team on Thomas. The feed now to Urebko. Thomas with the ball. Now Anthony defending. Thomas dishes to Urebko. Stolen by Serafin. Here's Grant. The basket drops. And he's fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Now here's Smart. Thomas passes to Sullinger. Here's the lob to the hoop. Anthony can't hit. Greg, you're talking about Isaiah Thomas before. Certainly his short stature limits him on Clark, the defensive side.
Yeah, but
It's not possible what we just Clark, is that possible?
not probable, but it is possible, partner. It is possible.
And think about it, guys. That's one of the few guys in the entire league who can pull off something like that.
Oh, and the jam by Sullinger. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Williams kicks to Grant. Galloway, the pass to Serafin. A shot, no good. Now Boston takes it the other way. Here's Smart. And he jams it with authority.
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this fella.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Celtics.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
Yeah, also something I like out of them so far, they're throwing their bodies around in the paint, and the physicality is taking its toll.
Here's Urebko. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Williams with a clean look. Here's Anthony. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
And Sullinger kicks to Crowder. Can't hit from in close. New York's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Oh, and the jump by Anthony. Clark, a lot of give and take between these sides early.
Kevin, how about 6 lead changes in this half already?
Yeah, and both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
Here's Grant. From outside, off the mark. Boston trailing. Passes it to Rozier. And Galloway pulls it down.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm. What a passing display he has put on here tonight.
Yeah, he's spoiling us, Greg. I mean, there's just another fantastic dime drop right there. That one certainly should make the highlight reel.
Rozier, the pass to Urebko. Here's Rozier. 5 to shoot. The Celtics need to get a shot off. The shot's good from Urebko.
Well, so far for Coach Brad Stevens, the Celtics have had nothing but praise for their outstanding young coach. No surprise for those of us who know Brad. The team is really moving ahead in the rebuilding process, and he gets a lot of the credit for that.
Sullinger with the ball. Now Anthony defending. And Grant with the clear path to the hoop. Outside Williams. Trying his luck deep. Grant. That's good. And now a 6-point Knicks lead. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for the Knicks.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
New York leading by 6. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yes, sir, fellas. They've had it going on big time.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
Smart kicks to Sullinger. Pass to Rozier. Boston, no good that time either. New York's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from 3-point range so far in the first. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
He earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give him a chance for the and one.
So Anthony nails both of them. Celtics trail by 8. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Smart dishes to Urebko. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Urebko's got 9.
Yeah, it's such a sweet 3-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. It's the Knicks. They finish off the first quarter with a tremendous 17-7 run. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
It's been about the pace. You can see they're going to try to keep this game in the open floor.
Yeah, and, you know, it's been a tempo that they like, and they're getting some easy buckets in transition here.
Robinson is out there with Kyle O'Quinn. Then it's Vujacic. Then it's Anthony. And it's Galloway in at the point. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. The Boston Celtics figured to be near the bottom of the league last year. In many ways, they outperformed a lot of people's expectations.
And by no means were they a contender at any point, but they very well could be ahead of themselves in terms of the rebuilding process.
And with the Celtics being a surprise threat near the end of last season, even their losses were close games.
And a new group in for the Knicks. Zingas, he's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Derek Williams comes in for Louis Amundsen. Aaron Aflalo, he's checked in for Sasha Vujacic. And it's Calderon in for Langston Galloway. David Lee checked in for Boston. Young comes in for Urebko.
And that's some inspiration. Steals, blocks, and a big dunk. Those are ways that you can really change the momentum in a game.
Well, they got to chip away, Clark, at that deficit, and no doubt that'll help.
And that's what he's out there for, guys. I mean, he is an electrifying player, no doubt. To back up your point about the Celtics being in close games, I mean, their point differential on the year was less than where you would expect it to be for a team that made the playoffs. I mean, it really gives you an idea of how many close games they played.
Here's Hunter. 6 on the shot clock. Screen by Lee. Smart misses. New York leading by 5. Here's Porzingis. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. New York shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight. The Celtics really seem to get better as last season wore on, too. GA finished the year looking very dangerous.
Kevin, with the Celtics, they were dynamite after the All-Star break. Had the second best record in the Eastern Conference post-All-Star.
Hunter, the pass to Smart. Young with no one around. Good, and Smart gets the assist.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
And there's the 3-second violation.
You know, one of the big things for the Celtics after the All-Star break was they played smarter. I mean, they went from the middle of the pack in terms of turnovers to a team that rarely made mistakes.
That one's in there. The Knicks lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Tyler Zeller. Feeds to Aflalo. Calderon, that's for 2. Knocks it loose.
Yeah, that's a good point about the Celtics and their turnovers. Last year, after the All-Star break, they were 4th in the league in limiting their mistakes. They played well beyond their years down the stretch.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
No good from Lee.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Dishes it to Zeller. And Young kicks to Hunter. Pass to Lee. The kick out to Young. And now the Knicks on the break. Follows running. Good. The nice assist for Williams. Follows got the lead up to 8 now for New York.
And you can see the difference with their ability to win with their speed, guys.
Boy, I love the pace and flow that their open court offense has been played with. I mean, it's been humming quietly, but very efficient.
Zeller grabs the board. Zeller's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Smart misses.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
It's Thomas outside. It's blocked, but he gets it back. And the foul on Marcus Smart. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
That's the risky run by staying out there as he picks up his 3rd.
Celtics making a switch here. Thomas is checked in. They get a hand on it. Thomas passes to Porzingis. And Boston with the rebound.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
Now the dish to Thomas. The pass to Hunter. Celtics passing it around. Shots good from Young.
Even with the D lurking, he made it look easy with the soft finger roll.
Here's Calderon. And he thanks in the layup. And the Knicks lead by 5.
Your heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Kicks it to Young. Passes to Hunter. And a fast break now for New York. Here's Calderon. It's good for a 2nd make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
Boy, this defense is getting eaten up on the inside, guys, giving up far too many free runs to the rim.
And they haven't been able to return the favor with their offense in the paint because that has not been up to par. And Isaiah Thomas, traded last season from Phoenix over to Boston, seemed to be a matter of fit and not production as to why they moved it.
Young's shot is off.
You know, the alley-oop is a great play when it works, but boy, when it doesn't.
Yeah, it can make you look silly. It embarrasses you. And we had a little silliness right there for sure.
Calderon against Thomas. Here's Hunter. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Thomas, no luck. Celtics trail by 8. Here's Zeller. Score the basket, his 2nd of 2 attempts.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
New York calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
New York calls timeout. So New York ends up going with the new group. And some changes here for the Celtics. Here's Grant. 6 points for him. He kicks it to Anthony. From outside the arc. Here's Lopez. And they convert at last on attempt number 3. Lopez has got his second basket.
And that putback about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
Exactly what happens when you don't box out, Greg.
So the Celtics call timeout. They're first. Have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
He's been attacking the rim with reckless abandon. They're searching for answers. Some way they've got to figure out how to contain it.
Celtics trail by 8. Here's Rozier. He feeds it to Crowder. Inside. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
He hits the second from the line. Last season ended with the Knicks pretty much packing it in, but Clark, it didn't start out that way.
You know what? Not at all. I mean, the Knicks were picked by many, Kevin, to be a playoff team last season. Clearly, things did not go as planned.
Here's Rozier. Again, the miss by the Celtics. The Knicks leading by 7. He had stolen by Sullinger. Here's Rozier. He's covered by Grant. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
And it became clear, thinking about the Knicks again, I mean, it made sense for a team with injuries and being in disarray on the floor to just battle for that lottery.
And he gets it to go.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
Good. 6 points for Jared Sullinger.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
You know, kind of packing it in for the sake of being better in the future can possibly work in New York for a year or 2, but not longer than that. The media will eat you up there if you don't start making some progress towards winning, pleasing basketball.
Thomas checked in for Rozier. For Boston, they have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line.
Listen, the Knicks finishing at the bottom of the East last season. They didn't go into the season thinking they were in for a rough go, making last season all that more painstaking for the fan.
Lopez
Yo.
screen.
Yeah.
Here's Galloway. He dishes it.
Who was it? Celtics lost?
5 on the clock.
Oh,
So
man.
Galloway with the assist. Lopez has got 4 this quarter. for the Knicks and their play against the rest of the conference. Guys who've been talking about only Clark 11 wins in 52 games.
And you know, Kevin, what's worse is the Knicks were 5-21 at home against the East. No matter how you slice that up, the Knicks had a season that everybody would like to forget in New York.
Now the feed to Olynyk. And it's Turner off the drive. And Thomas has it in the corner. Knocks down the 3-ball. Thomas got 6.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that he can afford to get.
That's good.
Nah, he got New York.
Seconds to answer the 3-ball with one of their own.
Greg, we've got a 3-point battle taking shape here.
And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here.
You know what? A low percentage pass on that one, but sometimes it's worth the risk.
Well, that time the risk did not pay off because it was well defended.
And the foul on Kyle O'Quinn. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for Celtics have shot the ball pretty well from the line, going 8 of 11.
In the season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
Here's the lob to the hoop. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Thomas with the ball. Now defended by Grant. Thomas dishes to Sullinger. Lopez with the steal. Here's Galloway. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
Grant kicks to Anthony. Galloway, the pass to Grant. Launches it. Galloway, no good. Celtics trail by 4. And Olynyk kicks to Sullinger. And the Celtics hit again from deep. Here's Grant. 10 points for him. Pass to Lopez. Some nice passing by New York here. And he drops in the layup off the glass. 12 points for Jaren Grant.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Crowder. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Thomas got 4 assists in the game.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint,
Oh, it's my fault.
they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
And there's the foul on Jay Crowder. That's his first foul. Zinkas, he's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. And a new group in for the Celtics. Tyler Zeller's checked in for Olynyk. Jerebko comes in for Crowder. Young's checked in for Evan Turner. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Thomas.
Hard to believe this, but Carmelo feels as if he's been underrated as a superstar to this point in his career, and I'm sure there are a lot of conflicting opinions on that topic.
For Carmelo, the numbers are there for
I already know I'm about to destroy this nigga in the second half. It's too predictable.
But it's hard to call him underrated.
Yeah, I think he'll be underrated until he's able to get to the championship round or maybe even win a ring. There's one thing that's clear,
Yeah,
he's
7.
been under a lot of pressure since he's come into the league, and he hasn't been underrated in that regard.
Inside, and the foul on Carmelo Anthony. Well, last year, Tyler Zeller both started and came off the bench, showed he could be an effective player even when playing heavy minutes.
Yeah, and if you look at the games that he played as a starter, he increased his usage, and it didn't bother his production at all.
And for Zeller last season, his numbers were the same or better as a starter. The scoring picked up a touch. Still had a great field goal percentage, too. So really solid production in his first couple of years.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Feeds it to Sullinger. Jerebko kicks to Sullinger. It's rebounded by New York. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Anthony. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Young up top. Smart, wide open. What a play. He simply drains it in at the buzzer.
That 3 cut the deficit going into halftime. They're not going away.
And we've reached halftime in this one. Knicks out front, up by 6. And we'll be back right after this.
Don't blame it on me.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now.
Melo having a terrific game. He's got 21 points and a total of 7 points for him from the line.
And that's a great number, Clark. And that's one that he's worked extremely hard to earn.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Carmelo Anthony really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Well, anytime you can get to the free throw line with that kind of consistency, that just makes every other facet of the game easy.
And you know they have to rotate the defensive assignment.
He keep trying to double team Isaiah. Like I ain't gonna pick him apart with that. What's wrong with this nigga?
Drawing fouls and how many fouls he's been drawing.
Second half underway. Here's
he high.
on the floor. We've got Jay Crowder.
And fuck around, Isaiah fuck around have a triple double.
Then there's Smart.
Keep double teaming him.
New York calls timeout.
And not many people expected anyone from the Atlantic to
Yeah,
do
he
much last
tripping.
season. Boston was the surprise
Watch how
of the
I
division
counter him now.
as they ended up making the playoffs.
I'm about to put all shooters in. And I'm gonna let Evan Turner run the point.
Different look for New York. Serafin comes in for Porzingis. And it's a follow in for Sasha Vujacic. And a new group in for the Celtics. Olenek, he's checked in for Jared Sullinger. Jerebko comes in for Amir Johnson. Evan Turner, he's checked in for Crowder. And Hunter subbed in for Marcus Smart. And for Boston against the rest of the Atlantic Division, they were tough. They ended up going 12-4 in the division, which was a big reason, Clark, they made the playoffs.
And you know those 12 wins against the rest of the Atlantic, Kevin, were a division best. Even the Raptors, who won the division, only had 11 wins against the Atlantic.
Shot clock at 3. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Double team on Thomas. Dishes it to Jerebko. Pass to Hunter. And stolen by a follow. And here they go. And that one's good. Calderon's got 6.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing. And what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
And the foul called on Kevin Serafin. That's his first foul. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. No one near Turner as he lets it go. No good from the wing. The Knicks leading by 6. Aflalo kicks to Calderon. He trains the quick shot. Calderon's got 4 points this quarter. On the wing, Turner. Turner missing again. Turner's gone only 1 of 5 shooting from the floor. The 3 from Aflalo. Hunter grabs the miss. Celtics trail by 8. Thomas with the ball. Now guarded by Aflalo. And the basket by Olynyk.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
And exactly what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. Just more of the same.
Ball stolen. Here's Hunter. He has 5. The dish out to Thomas. Now the pass to Olynyk. 6 to shoot. Kicks to Jerebko. No good with the triple. The Knicks leading by 6. Aflalo outside. Passes to Seraphin. Here's the screen. Aflalo dishes to Thomas. Back to Aflalo. Thomas with the block. And a fast break now for the Celtics. He kicks it to Jerebko. He feeds it to Turner. Jerebko the pass to Thomas. Takes a shot at the elbow. No good off the front iron. And Thomas, here we go. He dishes it to Seraphin. No good. And it's Boston the other way. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
For New York, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the 3rd quarter. Here's Thomas. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
Here's Hunter. He's guarded by Thomas. Outside Thomas. Stolen by Seraphin. And now, in transition, it's Aflalo. Here we go. Here's Thomas. That's tipped.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Out of bounds, New York takes possession. The Knicks leading by 6.
And the thing with Kelly Olynyk, he does some stuff that really helps you, and some also that will hurt. I mean, he's highly skilled. He's got the deep range, textbook positioning in terms of the post. A lot of tricky moves down there. Yet he has a hard time being effective against great athletes, which the NBA is filled with. So he's going to have to evolve as a basketball player if he wants to be effective.
That's good. That's 12 points for Isaiah Thomas.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the deep.
And there's the foul.
They keep calling these little bullshit-ass fouls.
That's his 4th foul of the contest. And a new group in for the Celtics. Sellinger's checked in for Kelly Olynyk. Johnson comes in for Jerebko. Crowder, he's checked in for Evan Turner. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Hunter Johnson. Aflalo outside. Here's the 3. And the shot is good. Aflalo's got 8.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Smart kicks to Crowder. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The Knicks leading by 6. From deep, Thomas. Rebounded by Smart.
And he's clearly just disappeared here this quarter, not making any contributions here with his offense.
And Greg, it's been hard to watch. I mean, you can see his frustration. He's actually looking forward to the end of this period so he can have a fresh start for the next one.
And a follow wide open. He shoots. Well, Quinn dishes to Thomas. Comes up empty down low.
He
I gotta get them fucking rebounds, man.
But luckily for him and his team, his teammates have been able to pick him up and get the job done.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Knicks.
2 shots. You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
Yeah, and the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is score points off turnovers and in bunches.
Shot by Crowder, no good. New York's gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. That's good.
And after a scoreless first half, you're starting to see signs of life here in the second.
Thomas kicks to Crowder. That 3 off the mark.
1 made 3 formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Outside for Thomas. The 3. Thomas with another miss.
He's frigid from 3. I don't know what's worse, that he can't hit anything from out there or that he keeps on trying to.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
New York calls timeout.
Well, you know, last season I thought the Celtics made some strong waves in the East. I mean, they kept fighting and fighting all season long, and they ended up in the playoffs because of that never-give-up attitude.
And for the Celtics, 28 of their 40 wins on the season came against the East. Not impressive, but it got the job done in a conference which could be had at times, obviously.
That's true, but what should be noted about the Celtics against the East is just how well they played against the Eastern Conference playoff team.
Right.
I mean, against the East top 8, they shot a lot better and executed a lot better as well. So you can see them stepping up their game against the competition.
Right side. It's tipped and taken away by Johnson. And the call will be against Langston Galloway. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Here's Rozier. The feed now to Sullinger. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. And for Sullinger last season, further indication, Clark, that he needs to keep working on his conditioning.
And that was a concern coming into the league with Jared, is just how committed would he be to working on his body all the time and maintaining the level of conditioning that he needs. And injuries have been a part of that not being the case, but when he's out there, he's capable.
And talking about Sullinger, you wonder if he's been in the right scheme for the past couple of years. He's not a three-point shooter. He's a back-to-the-basket banger. You want proof, only hit 28% from behind the arc last season, and that was his career high. And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Crowder with it. Now Anthony defending. Crowder, the pass to Sullinger.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Lopez with the steal. Galloway kicks to Anthony. And he slams it down right on top of Jared Sullinger.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
You know, on the topic of Sullinger, guys, he said publicly that people are doubting him. And he's right. I mean, until he gets in better shape and stays that way, there will always be questions surrounding that part of his game. Hopefully for him going forward, he can be more Duncan than Diop in the way he treats his body.
Smart kicks to Sullinger. Boston again missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good look. Hey guys, Porzingis was almost a rookie last season, but he opted to pull out of
it. Ain't even that. It's just this little fuck shit happening.
Summer's draft seems to have worked out for him as
Little
far
fuck
as
shit
how his
happening,
draft
man.
stock has changed.
Greg, you're right with Porzingis. It made sense for him to wait one more year. Clark has a lot to learn, but still
Eliminate the fuck
it.
shit.
You know, is a much
gotta
talked
eliminate
about
that.
player, a much better player than had he declared
I
last
don't
season.
want to go
agree
about
with you. Yeah,
this.
you'll still need time to develop, but all the ingredients are there. He's got a chance to be a really good player.
Yeah, the Latvian had a great shot for his height, and there'll be an interesting stretch for in the NBA.
Good call.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
Clearly, he's not pleased with all the looks they've given up on the inside, and also to get them to tighten up that defense.
Yeah, and I think he's going to let them know about it. I mean, they're playing some soft interior defense, and you can't win that way. That's a recipe for disaster if you're not going to play with some physicality inside.
Celtics making a switch here. Tyler Zeller's checked in for Jared Sullinger. Kelly Olynyk comes in for Johnson. Jerebko's checked in for Jay Crowder. And Hunter subbed in for Smart. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
The line for your Knicks.
Well, nobody said, Greg, being in the NBA was for the faint of heart. The Knicks in a few short years have gone from a playoff team, unfortunately, to the worst team in the NBA.
Hard to fathom, Kevin, that the Knicks did enter last season with playoff aspirations, but that quickly vanished. They were just completely overmatched and overwhelmed. The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Here's Rozier. No good off the back of the rim.
You know, the Knicks made the playoffs every season between 1988 and 2001. It's kind of strange now to see the Knicks struggle to get into the playoffs so often. Only 3 trips in the playoffs the last 10 seasons.
To end the drought, Anthony with the block. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Anthony. Here's Rozier. Nice ball movement by Boston. Zeller passes to Rozier. And Grant with the clear path to the hoop. And it's Anthony with the jam.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slant.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
And listen, the pressure is always on the Knicks to make the playoffs just because of where the team is. Being in New York can have its advantages, but it comes with expectations that your team will be in the postseason.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
They're locked in from the charity stripe this half. Not a miss yet.
And trying to cut into this lead, they need every edge they can get.
Second shot opportunity. Celtics trail by 11. Rozier the best to Zeller. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
Looking at the numbers for Jonas Jerebko. 10 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
There's not a lot you can say that hasn't been said before about his skill at the charity stripe.
Here's Boston now. They've got an 8-0 run. .52 seconds left in the third. Rozier the pass to Zeller. Feeds to Olynyk. 4 on the shot clock. Out to the wing. Hunter. Trains the three-pointer. Hunter's got 7 points for the quarter. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And the Knicks lead by 6.
And while they still have the lead, boy, was that important to keep it from shrinking.
Greg, they might have the lead, but what they don't
This nigga had me down and going into the fourth quarter with a minute and 30 seconds left. He had me down 16. I cut it all the way to 4. Getting ready to cut it to 2.
Text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Pass to Rozier. Pass to Hunter. Here's Rozier. He got it up in time. And it's fall for him.
I missed that layup.
And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well. We head to the fourth. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. The Knicks leading by 4. Galloway and Miller filling out the wings. Porzingis is out there with Robin Lopez. And it's Grant in the point guard position. That's the 5 for New York right now.
Even though there's a height disadvantage, he's still able to go up and over his man.
Well, he's fearless. I mean, there's nothing that concerns him. No matter what the matchup is, he's a guy that doesn't back down. He's beyond being intimidating.
Sullinger the screen. Can't hit. Some solid defense from Grant.
Hard work on the glass once again, fellas. They put a lot of effort into their rebound.
There's a reason why they have 3 seconds in the lane, and that interior play has made a big difference in this game.
Smart with the ball. Here's Turner. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
Here's Grant. Good D by Sullinger. Celtics trailed by 4. Here's Turner. Good, and Smart gets the assist. 9 points for Evan Turner. For New York, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Lopez with the ball. Out guarded by Smart. And taken away by Johnson. And it's Turner off the dribble. Oh! And Clark, we've seen some great competition in this one.
I agree with you, Kevin. I mean, looking at the lead changes really kind of tells the story of this game.
Yeah, 7 already in the game, and I think it shows you how well these two teams match up with one another.
Here's Lopez. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Stolen by Grant. And he goes in for the dunk.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum. Taking it to the rack with power right there.
Oh, hammering down with the two.
Lillard having to play big minutes, man. Told on body, young body.
And it slams.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
And he knocks down the first one. So New York going with almost an entire new group. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Lopez. Williams comes in for Porzingis. Lance Thomas, he's checked in for Anthony. And it's Calderon in for Grant. Smart dishes to Sullinger. It's tipped and stolen by Thomas.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
At the line for your Knicks, Lance Thomas.
And the first one drops. The Knicks making a switch here. Aflalo's checked in. And both free throws good for Thomas.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
And here is Turner. Back to Sullinger. Clock at 6. Looking to end the run. No good. Excellent D there from Williams.
They are really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
The defensive backboard has been controlled. They have not allowed a lot of second chances. It's been about one and done for the most part. And I'm not talking about leaving Collins.
Yeah, I know you're not. That's a bunch of good rebounding taking place there, boy.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
And look, rightfully disappointed with how they played here over the course of this run.
Yeah, you know, they haven't looked good at all here lately. Something has to change for him, and we'll see what he's got coming out of the timeout.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hey, guys. Well, Brad Stevens had some advice for the team over that last break. He got after them and told them to turn up the intensity, saying, we've put ourselves in a corner, and now we've got to fight our way out. Show me what you have. Let's see if we've got what it takes, guys.
All right, Doris, thanks. It's Thomas outside.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. There's Thomas with the three. That's another one for him. His fifth in just 7 shots.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Dishes it to Williams. The pass to Thomas. And Turner with the block. And now with the fast break, Smart with the ball. And it's slammed in by Turner.
Really hard to decide, guys, which was better. The pass, the catch, or the slam?
Clark, there's no wrong answer to that one, my friend. Sensational alley-oop all the way around.
And guys, you know what? You wouldn't know that they're the team that's actually trailing with how they were able to pull that play off.
In the corner, Smart with it. Wide open look. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. Thomas got 6 assists now in the game. A follow goes in. It's stolen by Sullinger. And Turner with a clear path to the rack. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
And that steal paid instant dividends.
No wasted time or motion getting out on that fast break.
And the basket by Thomas.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
Now a timeout called by Boston. One thing about Jose Calderon, you could see the frustration in him last season playing a career low 42 games, and his averages were down pretty much, Greg, across the board.
Yeah, and Kevin, he was brought in to kind of invigorate the Knicks' point guard position, but following a preseason calf injury, he missed the team's first 13 games and never. Was able to really get going. Remember, coming into a new system where he had to learn how to play differently, and then after all that, you have to shut him down because of that left Achilles.
Goes up the baseline. That's short off the rim. Young left side. The dish to Zeller. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The kick out to Young. Shoots it. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Here's a follow. And the foul on Marcus Smart. That's his 5th foul.
Boy, it's been a tough go in terms of fouls for him. I mean, my goodness, he can't stay out of the way of fouls.
And the Celtics making a change here. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Tyler Zeller. Crowder comes in for Jared Sullinger. Hunter's checked in for Young. And it's Rozier for Smart. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. From the inbound. Got a piece of it. And O'Quinn kicks to Williams. To the middle. The shot's good from O'Quinn. And the Knicks lead by 6.
This nigga is bullshit,
man. The defense really didn't do its job. I mean, a little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
That shit's so corny, though.
And at this stage of a tight game, the tired legs really start to show. A defense becomes vulnerable if you can continue to pound it inside.
Up high and down hard with the one hand.
Got a little extra force with that one, didn't he? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I think that's going to rouse up his teammates, no doubt.
Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Jerebko. And the 3 off target. The Knicks leading by 6. Outside Thomas. No good. Now Boston takes it the other way. And he gets it to go. And that's now 7 points for Williams.
Nice job creating for the easy deuce.
Pass to Hunter. Misses.
You don't even know, understand how many fucking open looks I'm getting that they missing, man. The only thing this nigga do is run, fucking pass it to the lane. That shit is killing me. Fuck.
Point Knicks lead.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
The thing about it is I'm right there. Like I'm about to win. If I get 2 stops, I'm winning the game. That's how close it is. It's just little nut shit to keep going on.
Down low. Olynyk with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Boston.
There go 1 stop.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a 3-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Now Calderon. Here's O'Quinn. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line.
I ain't about to let him keep doing that. I'm about to zone his ass up.
So far in the game for O'Quinn.
I'll be fucked up. Layup after layup after layup. I ain't going for that. I win the quarter. I win the game. Nigga only won one quarter. You only won the first quarter. I'm down 4. You not, man. The refs act right, man. I'm gonna win the fucking game. Gotta deal with the, yeah, you gotta deal with the bullshit, man. Bullshit. I ain't even gonna complain because it's 4 minutes left. I'm down 4. I ain't gonna complain. Take me out the game. I'm just gonna execute.
When you've got a guy that can just do it as well as he does on both ends. Yeah, the main thing here, though, guys, is just to make sure you get a 2-possession game now.
Kicks it to Olynyk. Hunter, the pass to Urepko. He feeds it to Crowder. No good.
Come the fuck on, man.
Nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, I mean, deterred them
Are
from
you
those
fucking kidding me, man?
And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession.
And you know what? His mind's playing tricks on him right now because he's not going to live that one down easily.
And a new group in for the Celtics. Sullinger's checked in for Kelly Olynyk. Turner comes in for Urepko. Marcus Smart's checked in for Hunter. And it's Isaiah Thomas in for Rozier. Celtics trailed by 7. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. Timeout called by Boston. After like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
He needs to make some adjustments because he's absolutely scorching.
And so it's New York with it. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Grant. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
It's stolen by Anthony.
And as a coach, that's the kind of turnover that drives you nuts.
And Greg, there's no reason for that turnover to happen. It's just inexcusable.
Here's Crowder, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Really nice dime dropping there. Playmaking ability is exactly what you get from Isaiah Thomas.
To the inside, puts up the baby hook. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
Taking 2 shots.
So he gets them both. Celtics trailed by 11. Double team on Thomas. He kicks to Crowder. The shot by Sullinger, wide open. Right wing. Thomas dishes to Sullinger. Tries again. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. And that's 15 points for Jared Sullinger.
They're not as aggressive from the outside here, but maybe they should think about stretching the defense a little bit, like they did in the first half. I mean, stretching the defense makes it easier to score inside, too.
Out to Turner. From deep. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And they've controlled the boards, and that's a big reason why they're controlling the lead.
Yeah, they brought the sandpaper edge to their attack, really fighting and scrapping inside. A lot of grit and grind with these guys.
Here's Galloway. Good work defensively by Turner. Celtics trailed by 11. Down low. And the shot's good from Crowder. Crowder's got 4 points this quarter.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
Galloway, the pass to Porzingis.
Not the guy you want to send to the line.
No fucking foul, man.
So the first one drops, and that will put him into double digits.
2 shots.
And he is unable to get the second one. Lopez with the bucket.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Knicks.
Good point, Steve. And Clark, they had to battle for this win. There were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit. But
Fuck out of here, man.
I like their fortitude, their toughness, particularly in terms of dealing with adversity. Anytime things didn't go their way, they just put their nose down and stayed with it. And because of that, they were able to pull away.
And as usual, great numbers and a dominant display for Carmelo Anthony. There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Thomas with the ball. Now defended by Grant. Sullinger with the bucket.
And really, if this had come just a little earlier, they may have been able to get back into the game.
Yeah, I agree with you. They needed this a lot sooner than they got it.
Grant against Thomas. Galloway kicks to Lopez. And he gets the bucket. And the Knicks lead by 12.
Terrific run to seal the deal.
Yeah, and now let's just keep an eye on how much longer they keep the foot on the accelerator.
Grant in the post. Defended by Crowder. Grant, that's good.
The fans are just loving what's going on here tonight. A really good win for the home team.
It sure is. I mean, they kept this crowd in the game, gave them plenty to cheer about, and really used that home court advantage to their advantage.
So no problem for New York as they get the win. Some good moments throughout.
You watching the game over there?